So one thing that I encourage people to try if they'd like to, it's something I enjoy doing. If you go and find a field near you, doesn't matter where it is, could have, I don't know, 100 people, 200 people, no people, it doesn't really matter. Just find a place in nature, as close to nature as you can, and sit down and let yourself go. Let go of all of your thoughts of yourself, let go of all of your thoughts of your body as separate in general. Like, just let go of the perceiver as much as you can and sink into the experience. And what you'll start to find is that there is no separation between your awareness of the park around you and the park itself, that you are in fact the awareness of the park, that your awareness and the trees and the grass and the wind blowing and the people playing on across the field, it's all the same thing until you start thinking about yourself and you separate yourself from the flow. Right? But you are a part of that flow all the time. All the time. It's just that we never listen to it. We never actually get out of the way enough to just be a part of it. And this is something, again, I've learned in martial arts, is that the more you think about yourself, the easier it is to manipulate you. Whereas the more relaxed you are in a situation where you're fighting against somebody else, the more fluid you tend to be. And it's because you're allowing them to initiate, or rather you're allowing them to influence you rather than trying to control the situation. So you allow the situation to happen and then align with it to change the direction that it goes, rather than trying to hit it with a club and make it go in a different direction entirely, because that's what you want and you're afraid it's not going to happen, right? And so there's that level of self-faith, but it's always in the relinquishing of control. It's always in relinquishing this idea that I am a separate part, that if I get my way, that's how it's going to go the best, right? You're not a separate part. That's the point. But we disconnect from that cerebrally, conceptually.
Yeah, that brought about a point I was thinking about the other day. But first, when you go sit in a park and let go of the idea of you, I do that a lot now with walking, like walking around. I won't have anything on in my ears, like listening to anything. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't forget that other point that I'm like writing down a note here. So when I walk around, I don't have anything that I'm listening to. And when I was at the beach the other day, last week, there's stretches of beach that don't really have any people. And I was closing my eyes and walking, like letting go, not only letting go of me as being anything separate from my environment, but also closing my eyes. And it's like a crazy experience because you start to almost see everything with your eyes closed. And there's such a sense, like I was walking along the ocean line and I could tell, when the water was about to hit me.